Awesome. Well, thank you, Nicole, and thank you to everyone who was able to attend our presentations today. My name is Brianna Bruyere, and today I will be presenting on the introduction of the Yampa Valley Green Business Program. It's our launch and development of a new pilot program here at YVSC. And as you can see on the left, there's Dan Franz and I of Aspen Tree Service, and we're looking at their newly purchased electrical vehicle for their company. So a little bit about me. I'm originally from the Seattle area and grew up in a family who heavily emphasizes the importance of the outdoors and being in it, especially for my dad. So I grew up loving the outdoors and an avid skier, hiker, and runner. I first got into environmental science and sustainability when I took my AP environmental science class in high school. And I fell in love with the subject and learned that I could major in it. So I am currently a fourth year student at Colorado State University with one more semester to go. And I am studying ecosystem science and sustainability. And some projects that I have been involved with my time at CSU, I did a capstone project with the city of Fort Collins in the SHIP campaign, looking at methods to get community involved in reducing carbon emissions to meet Fort Collins' goal of carbon neutrality. And then I also completed a research project in helping a doctoral student in her research dissertation on alpine bee species and climate change. And then I also have done a lot of volunteering with the Environmental Learning Center, so I have really enjoyed my time with that. And then my staff mentors. So I worked closely on developing and launching this pilot program with Paul Bonney, our Energy and Transportation Director, and Michelle Stewart, the Executive Director of YVSC. So what is the Yampa Valley Green Business Program? It is a regional hub of the statewide program under the Colorado Green Business Network at the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment. The program provides a lot of technical assistance, support, and encouragement to local businesses in becoming more environmentally sustainable, and is catered towards helping the community. This program is entirely free and voluntary, so any type of business or organization looking to join and make sustainable changes are welcome to join. When businesses register for the business and take actions towards sustainability, they will be recognized for these actions at the state and local level as well. The goal of this program is to ultimately help meet the state of Colorado and Routt County's climate action goals of reducing carbon emissions. So on the right side of the screen, you can see an image excerpt from YVSC's 2022 and 2026 strategic plan. And it has our missions, our values, and our 5 priority areas. We have waste diversion, energy, transportation, resilient land and water, as well as community engagement. So through this program, it aims a lot at the energy priority of our organization, and with commercial buildings making up about approximately 32% of Routt County's carbon emissions, the program really does span all 5 of these priority areas. Partners and pilot businesses. So this program does involve a multitude of partners, including Alpine Bank. They sponsored my internship, and then as well as the Colorado Green Business Network, who runs the state level program and is underneath the Colorado Department of Environment and Public Health. And then as well as our pilot program, we had our pilot businesses of Aspen Tree Service and Chief of Theater, who are our first businesses to be in the program. So how it works, so this is a little excerpt from the Colorado Green Business Network on the program. It is broken down into 4 different pieces, with it starting with businesses registering with the state platform. The state platform is called the Green Biz Tracker. Businesses will then complete a baseline assessment consisting of demographic questions and energy metrics. And then there's a follow-up section, which includes our opportunity assessments, on and off site assessments, and consultations, as well as a compliance check and site verification. And that will lead to businesses being able to receive recognition from the state and our organization as well. And throughout this process, our program and our organization's role is to be a means of support for these businesses, and we're a first line resource. We help them through this whole process and help them in submitting annual updates and completing any of the assessments that they need help with to help them get their recognition. This program also includes many different benefits to joining, such as reductions in input costs, dispersal costs, compliance issues, and tax reductions, as well as businesses can see an increase in customer preference and performance. So recognitions. So there are 3 different recognitions that a business can receive at the state level. There's the bronze, silver, and gold. And this depends on how a business scores on their point rubric with the state. Bronze, you need at least 25 points to get that recognition. Silver, you need 50 points, and then gold, you would need 100 points. And something I like to remind businesses in this recognition process is that bronze is a great way to start when you are first starting to implement sustainability actions, especially because there's a lot of questions that you might not be able to answer and you're not super familiar with. But that's where we're there for to help them through that process. And from the state, you can receive these recognitions as long as your business will get a name and information on the state website. You'll get a press kit with the Colorado Green Business Network, a logo, a window decal, and a certificate signed by the governor of Colorado. There will also be a business directory at the national level platform on the Green Biz Tracker, and you can get a letter of recommendation for grants and tax reductions. And with our organization, we are looking to recognize these businesses at the local level with our community, and also to recognize them on our website. So I did two main things, including developing the Yampa Valley Green Business Regional Hub and community, and then also the outreach of the program. So in the development of the Yampa Valley Green Business Program, I met with Derek Bohr and Raina Olicker. They are part of the Colorado Green Business Program for our regional hub. I helped convene a steering committee meeting to pitch the Yampa Valley Green Business Program with both Michelle and Paul. I collaborated as well on a frequently asked questions document with the state and other regional hubs, and then worked and consulted with our two pilot businesses, which I will go into more later. On the community outreach side of things, I helped lead and present the Yampa Valley Green Business Program at the YVSC community meeting. I performed outreach to a lot of local businesses. I created a Yampa Valley Green Business brochure on Canvas, and curated website content for the Yampa Valley Green Business Program on our YVSC website, which Kate helped me with that, which is super awesome. So our first pilot business was Aspen Tree Service. They are currently registered in the program. They are a light landscaping and tree care company in Steamboat area, if you guys aren't familiar. With Aspen Tree Service, we have completed a walkthrough energy assessment of their facility and have almost gotten them through their baseline assessment. We're just waiting on a few energy metrics. I also have completed a document for Aspen Tree Service with a list of actions that they can complete to achieve bronze recognition. And then there's also a wonderful article on the Steamboat Pilot on the launch of the Yampa Valley Green Business Program, as well as Aspen Tree Service, if anybody's interested in looking in that. And then our second pilot business was Chifa Theater. They're our second registered business in the Yampa Valley Green Business Program. They are a cultural and performing arts center. They are currently closed, but hopefully to reopen in the near future. They have goals to achieve sustainability through their operation by repurposing the materials that they use in their construction process, having all energy efficient appliances, and even creating a plant-based restaurant within the theater when they open. So here is the Yampa Valley Green Business infographic that I created on Canvas. It's just a great resource for businesses to look at when they're first being interested in the program. It kind of has a little paragraph on why to join the program and then how to get involved. So some key takeaways. So in the duration of my 12 weeks of the internship, I learned a lot of lessons about nonprofits and the business world. One of the first things that I learned in this process is that when preparing local businesses, it is important for them to have the necessary data before coming into the first consultation, just to help them through the assessment process. We just found through trial and error, through the Aspen Tree Service and their feedback, that it's helpful to have the energy metrics before filling out the application. And another lesson I learned from this process was the importance of outreach and communication. While working and developing this program, we are in connection between the state and local businesses. So I learned how important it was to communicate with everyone properly and how to get things done through collective action. And lastly, I learned how excited businesses were to join the program. After my community meeting, I had a ton of businesses reach out to me, expressing their interest in the program and about the changes that they want to make to support a healthier environment. And And then some other YVSC projects that I participated in a couple of zero waste events and helped keep recycling, compost, and trash waste separated. And then I helped set up irrigation systems for growing trees along the Yampa River as well. I got to sit on a lot of YVSC community meetings and also state meetings, as well as shadowing Paul and learning what he does on the energy and transportation side of things, and as well as his project in the Brown Ranch. And then personal takeaways. So along with the key takeaways from the project, I also had some personal takeaways. Working on a project to get it launched takes a lot of time and dedication. So I had to learn about patience and how to work with a variety of people from different backgrounds and job sectors. Along with that, working with so many different people made me realize the importance of collective action. When there is a goal that is so huge as reducing carbon emissions, it takes a group of people working together and communicating together to get this done. And in my internship, I got a taste of what it was like to work in a nonprofit organization. I learned a lot of the ins and outs of this, and I kind of learned like my interest in wanting to work more with nonprofits. And then lastly, I just feel a lot more hopeful for the future by working on this project. Everyone I worked with has a strong desire to become more sustainable and to save the environment. And that just makes me more hopeful for the future generation. So it's really great to see businesses that want to make this change and want to contribute to reducing carbon emissions. And then some acknowledgements. I just want to thank everybody who was able to attend this presentation, Alpine Bank for sponsoring my internship, Dan Franz and Brian Earhart, which were the Aspen Tree Service, Corey McClurg of Chief of Theater, Derek Bohr and Raina Ulicker of CDPHE, Randy Zimmerman, Evergreen Business Program, Nicole Pepper, our internship program manager, and then Paul Boney, our energy director, Michelle Stewart, executive director, and Kate Ricardo, our communications and program director, and as well as the rest of the YVSC team. And questions, thank you, everybody.
We were on mute.